Hey guys, today we're going to be learning the classic pass. If you don't know what a pass is, I have made a video on sort of introducing you guys to the idea of the pass and what it's used for. So I'll link that on screen and in the description down below. Go and check it out. But last week, if you remember, I taught the Herman pass. Not last week, I think maybe 2 weeks ago actually. I taught the Herman pass, which is one of the two fundamental passes that you need to know how to do. And I said in that video that this week I would teach the other fundamental pass, which is the classic pass. Okay, so in the Herman pass, you might remember we were taking the bottom packet to the top like that. If you do it at full speed, it sort of looks like that. The classic pass is slightly different because it's the other way around. You take the top packet to the bottom, okay, and that's what it would look like from your perspective, like that. Okay, you can see if you get it quite fast, it can almost be invisible to a spectator. As you can see from this perspective right here, you can see what it looks like for a spectator. If it's done very fast and fluidly, this classic pass can look very, very good indeed. And there's a few special, few add-ons you can put onto this pass. Variations such as the invisible pass to make it invisible. The clue's in the name. But I might teach that in a later video as well, just to go over the exact add-ons you need to put on there, because it might be a bit of a long video if I was to put it in this one. So that's what we're going to learn today. Let's get into it. Okay, so as in my Herman pass tutorial, I'm going to use half a blue deck and half a red deck for this tutorial, just to make it easy for you guys to follow, you know, when I'm doing the pass, which half is going where. Okay, so I'm going to start off with blue half of the deck on top, red half on the bottom. And this pass starts just like the Herman pass did. You're going to start in a mechanics grip, but you're going to want to have a break just on top of the card you want to get to the top. So I've got all the blue cards above the break, all the red cards below the break. So this means when I actually do the classic pass, all the red cards are going to come to the top. Okay, so let's say you had a spectator choose the ace of hearts, and if you got a break above that ace of hearts like this, when you do the pass, it's going to be that ace of hearts which is on top. Okay, so very simple. You want to get a break around wherever that card you want to pass to the top is, just on top of it. So I'm in that position, and just with the Herman pass, the breaks I got are the same. You don't want it to be very small, okay? So we don't want a very small bit of our pinky in there, because then you're not going to have enough leverage to actually get that top packet to the top, the bottom packet to the top, sorry. Equally, we don't want, you know, your whole pinky in that break, because that just becomes a bit ridiculous and obvious to the spectator what's going on. So just like that, a little pinky break. Just this nail part of your pinky in there, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so the first step is going to be lifting up this top half of the deck, this blue packet, using your pinky, ring, middle fingers. Okay, and what happens is it sort of, if you push up with your left pinky, and then you sort of pull with your ring and middle fingers, but it's mainly the pinky that does all the work here. You can sort of get this motion going, okay? It'll push up slightly. So you're just pushing that top packet upwards, and you can pretty much get it into a sort of a perpendicular position with the other packet, okay? So you move it into here. All that's happening is you're just extending those fingers, and the packet should move with it. Okay, so that's the first step, and as you do that, you're going to come across with your right hand, and your thumb is going to grip the back left portion of the red bottom packet, and then the front is going to be gripped by your middle finger, the top left corner gripped by the middle finger. Your index finger sort of curls around the middle like this, okay? So this is the position you're in. You come across and you grip the packet there. Now what you want to do is your right hand should be in position just as this top packet starts to move. So you don't want it to be like this and then come across, because then it becomes obvious to the spectator that there's some movement going on. Ideally, you want to have your right hand over here just as that starts to move, and then grip like that. Okay, because obviously you can't grip this packet completely with this packet on top because you can't get to it. But you want to have your hand here, let that blue packet move out of the way, just like that, and then get into your position like that. Okay, with middle finger on top left, thumb bottom left, index curl on top. So you're in this position right now. Okay, so the next step from here is to pull up with your right hand. So you're going to pull the bottom packet upwards, and you do this by sort of putting pressure with your index finger and pull it upwards with your wrist like that, and the packet will turn like that. So you sort of make a triangle with the two packets. Okay, so you're going from here to here, and you're going to keep pulling this packet upwards until it clears this blue packet. So you've got this triangle now, but the red packet is slightly on top. Okay, once you're in this position, you can probably guess how we're going to finish up. What happens is this blue packet, which started off on top, you're just going to curl in your fingers again, your left fingers, and that'll return it to how it began in that sort of flat position. And then it's very simple from there. The red packet also comes down just by pulling your wrist down, and that'll put that red packet on top, and you square up. Okay, so the end part of that pass, the sort of clean up, is very simple. The hardest bit of that classic pass is just getting that bottom packet up and over there. Okay, but with a lot of practice, you'll soon get the muscle memory, and it'll become very fluid, very rapid, and very easy to do. So I'm just going to go over it once again in just slow motion for you guys from this perspective, and then we can look at what are the best angles and all that. So you start off in this position with your pinky. You're going to lift up that blue packet as your right hand is over here. Okay, so you lift it up just like that, and just as it starts to clear, you can get a good grip on this this bottom packet, with your right hand, and then you're going to grip with your index, middle, and thumb. They're going to pull up. You pull that blue packet back down, and the red packet goes back on top. So very simply, that's the classic pass broken down for you. So now I'm just going to show you what the classic pass would look like from a spectator's point of view. So you're just going to pop the pass when the spectators preferably are misdirected. So you can do this by telling them a joke, just asking them a question, something to get them to look away from the duck. So once you've done that and you sense that they are just looking up at you, you can just pop the pass just like that, and it's a very quick move. Obviously it's going to take you that's probably like half a second to do. And you've just got to bear in mind as well that I'm showing you with a deck that's two colours. So to you guys, when you see me do it, it's very obvious it's happened. But if I was to switch which cards I was using and use a different coloured deck, use a deck that's the same colour obviously, there's very little change that you can see. Okay, so unless they're watching very closely and their eyes never leave the deck, this is pretty easy to cover up, okay, because you just sense that they look up. Alright, so right now you just pop that pass, okay. And a big part of the classic pass is the cover that your right hand is offering, okay. So like I said, when this packet moves up, your right hand should still be in position. You don't want to have it like that, okay, because the spectator will be able to see if you're doing it like that. Preferably you want your right hand covering the packet, ready to grip that packet, the bottom packet, as soon as this packet starts to move. And that's very easy to sort of cover up. Now, like I mentioned, there are little add-ons you can put on to make this pass completely invisible, and one of these is the invisible pass, okay. So I'll just show you with the red deck again. Okay, so the invisible pass is a way of making the move completely invisible. Basically what happens is you go up and then you come back down and you've done the pass in that just motion of going up and down, okay. So just like that, you just do the motion as you come down from that. If you guys want a more detailed tutorial on this move, which is the invisible pass, then leave it down in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do. But as I just did with the blue packet, if you have the same coloured deck, there's really very little continuity. They can't see the change when you do it with the same colour deck. So in terms of angles, the best sort of angles are probably centre and having your spectators on your right hand side. This angle right here on the left isn't the best, as you can see. It's quite exposed as to what you're doing. The centre, I've shown you guys for most of this clip what it would look like from this point of view, so it's not too bad. But it's from the right as well, it's not too bad either. Okay, so these are probably the best two angles. Not so good on this side. It's very very similar to the Herman Pass angles, to be honest. Obviously you don't want them looking from the left hand side on the Herman Pass. You'd want them looking from over here, or the Herman Pass is probably less suited to straight on angles as well. But basically that's what the Classic Pass would look like from a spectator's point of view. Okay then guys, that's going to be all for today's tutorial. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, favourite, comment and subscribe. And if you'd like to keep up to date with what's going on my channel, make sure to check out my Instagram and my Twitter accounts. The links will be down in the description below. So this video was just about the Classic Pass, just a very quick tutorial on the basics of that. But if you guys would like to see a more detailed tutorial on some of the add-ons you can put onto it, so for example the Invisible Pass, which you can see right now, that's just a method, a little add-on you can do to make the Classic Pass look completely invisible. If you guys want to see further tutorials to make your Classic Pass even better, just comment down below and I'll get working on those for you. But for now, that's going to be all. So as always guys, this has been Complete Deception and I'll see you later.